Okay. I'm late for a very important date. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. I just didn't. Okay. That's okay. Can just go back in and clean it up. Yay! The power of layers. And we'll go ahead and color drop the math color. Although I'm starting to think I should have made it a little bit lighter. Like that. I'm gonna go back into these layers and make the eyes smaller, because what the heck was I thinking, making them so huge? Oh my god. Cancel. I mean, I can make them big, but not that big. Same here. Oh my god, there's 10 people in here. Hi, Erin. Is it Erin? I was just talking to myself a little bit. I wasn't even paying attention. I'll show you guys the full clip in a minute. And then I want to kind of go back and color the background for one of my things, because it's kind of throwing me off every time I see the playback. Yeah, don't worry. Also, hi. Yay, hi. Okay, so this is for my, okay, for the people who haven't been here before, I am a cartoonist, and I'm making my first show. So I'm doing it all by myself. Obviously, I'm going to be having animators, but I'm sorry, voice actors, but I'm animating today for my pilot. And yeah, sometimes I do character redraws where I show my characters and I talk about their personalities and their lore. And then sometimes I do lives like this, but I live 2 times a day. Anyways, this is my character Argo, and she's gonna be the opening scene. So that's the one that we're gonna redraw. And that's what we have so far. It's coming along actually a little bit sooner than I planned. So I was like, yeah, awesome. This is just the sketch work. I'm going to be doing some permanent line work later once I have all of the frames. I kind of want to make it more solidified later and just focus on getting the shapes correctly right now. Hi, Cam. What's up? Curioso. Gotcha. Yeah. But I guess I'll kind of talk about like my characters just a little bit today. So basically, my show is about just showing. It's about showing things that people don't talk about. And the way I plan on doing that is by making every single one of my characters have really deep rooted flaws. So there's never going to be a character that you 100% like. I don't want that anyways. I want there to be at least one or two characters that you're like, God, I hate him. I hate them. I like, I want you to be like, they are awful. And then I want you to be like, they're not perfect, but they're not awful to certain other people. I want when somebody tells me what character they like, I want to be able to know a lot about that person. Since there are a lot of people haven't been here before, since I just started out here on YouTube, I am gonna show you guys some of my characters. So this is Argo, obviously. That's who we're drawing today. This is her in her day-to-day outfit. I really love Argo. She has such a lax nature. A lot of these characters are inspired by people that I know in real life. Or not exactly, but mixtures of them. So that's Argo. She's in her late teens, early 20s. I haven't really decided her canon age yet. At the start of the pilot, or start of the cartoon. But yeah, that's around her age range. And then this is Jace, Lola, and Danny. So Danny is our main character. I say that with kind of like a little bit of a disclaimer, right? So all of my characters are gonna interact pretty regularly, but Danny's just kind of the person that they are. She brings the situation into play, right? So she's not really the main character per se, but she definitely she walks us to our situations and our other characters. So that's what I mean when I say main character. But all of them have their own little side plots and character developments, and I really can't wait for you guys to see them. So we'll talk about Danny first, since she's the quote main character. Wait, what's up? Are we allowed to make fan art of them? Um, I I don't mind you guys making fan art. I do want like kind of to wait a little bit until until we have some more solidified scenes that I put out. Just because it is a new show, you know. I kind of want I want people to be surprised. But if you want to make fan art of the characters we've already drawn, like Danny, Lola, Jace, and Argo, I don't mind. Just make sure to tag me, and that should be sufficient enough. And of course, any scenes like from like the animation that I do here, that's the only thing I kind of don't want people to draw right now until the show comes out. It will be mini-sodes, so it'll be sooner. You guys will get more often, but it will be shorter, so it'll be like anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes long. But yeah, so I don't mind if you guys make fan art of my characters. Just make sure to tag me. So yeah, so Danny is kind of she's what you would call very unproblematic, right? So if you like characters that are like, so if you're the type of person that like you don't want to, you're non-confrontational, you know, somebody comes up to you and they say something you don't really agree with, you're not gonna go out of your way to tell them that they're wrong. You're also probably not gonna cut them out of your life. You're probably just gonna you're gonna just be like, I don't really like what you said, but I don't really want to say anything about it. And you'll probably just put it in your head. You're like, I don't really kind of like that person as much as I thought I did. Which, can be nice because you're like, oh, they're not judging me. And just like, they are judging you. They're just not doing anything about it. They're, I guess you would say fake in that way. She's just not brave enough to, or she doesn't want to cause problems for herself. So that's kind of like her selfish nature, and that's okay. That's okay that she's like that, that's just who she is, and maybe she'll change that in the future, but for now that's what she's like. She's kind of bored with life. She sees everything very jaded, even at her age, which is her age range right now is like anywhere from like 11 to 14 at the start of the show. So, and then her dramatic foil is Lola. So Lola is very she's definitely person crazy. So she's not boy crazy, she's not girl crazy, she is person crazy. She attaches herself to the first interesting person she sees, and she becomes obsessed with them. She thinks that they're amazing, gold. Bro, she's just like me. She's amazing, she's gold. Sorry, the person that she likes at that moment is amazing gold. She is not afraid to show it. She is very like, I will take your hoodie. She is very much, I will flirt with you in front of your significant other if I like you. And she's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I didn't do anything. If they want to, then that's on them, type of person. If she thinks that what she's doing is not wrong, then she's not going to feel bad about it. And it's not even a blunt thing. It's more of like, well, I don't really care because I think it's right, type of thing. But on the other hand, if she also aligns with what you think is right, she's a pretty big ally in that way. She's very creative. She's very, what you would say, fun. If you bring her to a party, she is going to make the party more lively. At the same time, if you bring her to your birthday party, she will steal your attention, or at least try to. She wants people to look at her. I'm actually smiling right now because I can hear the happiness in your voice. These characters are very special. The fact that I hate some of my characters makes me happy, because if I hate some of my characters, I know somebody else is gonna hate them too, and I want them to. I want, like, feeling of like hating a character is such a special feeling. I can't love a show. I can't say something is my favorite show if I don't hate one of their characters with a passion, like a burning passion. I want to pray every night about how much I hate them. I saw Twitty because she did art with a group. Yep, I did. And oh yeah, so like that's basically the feeling I want to get. But as you can see, Lola is very much like, she doesn't really think about other people's feelings. She's like, she doesn't understand why anything she does makes people upset at all. Like, she's like, that has nothing to do with me. The way I make you feel has nothing to do with me, type of person. And I think that's who she is to her core, at least at the beginning of the show. And I think it brings a lot of bad situations for her, as well as, it does make her brave to do, things that normally people wouldn't do. So yeah, so that's Lola. Very fun, very pretty, very problematic. She definitely, this is the last thing I'll do, is you can see on her character, she likes to wear oversized things because she dresses for other people. She thinks she looks cute, but she only thinks she looks cute because other people think she looks cute. And so she definitely is the type to wear like over the sleeve, like sleeves down to her fingertips, and kind of like, stop. And she does things because she wants to be perceived as quirky. Which is, you know, it's not a bad thing in itself, but it is something that you look back on like 5 years later sometimes, and hopefully you're like, oh, that was why did I do that? People pleasers. Like, I want everyone to see a little bit of themselves in each character, even the bad parts. I see a lot of the bad parts in myself sometimes, but it makes me feel like I'm not alone in it. Um, so moving on. This is my character Jace. I haven't really decided whether I want him to keep the colored eyes, but it's starting to grow on me. I would definitely want them to be the type of eyes that you're like, at first glance, you're like, wow, they're so majestic or something. And if somebody else can look at them and be like, God, it's kind of scary how he's staring into my soul. He kind of creeps me out. I want there to be the same, the like those two things can be true at the same time type of vibe. Just his eyes. I gave him these little moles. Face moles are something that I don't see on cartoons, probably because they're so tedious. But I want my characters to have very like real like facial features, even though they're like very 90s style cartoon-esque. So I gave them these moles like by their eyes and a little bit down here, and then this is gonna be a different color. It's gonna be a nose ring, so he's gonna have a little nose stud. I feel like facial jewelry on guys is something that you don't really see unless it's like an eyebrow piercing. So I really want to show that in my characters. At least that's what it was when I was growing up, and yeah. So I want people to, they're, like I said, they're inspired by people I know. He's just a chill guy. That is what you would think. So at first glance, he does look like a chill guy. He does. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. He's dysfunctional like everybody else. Jace is the type of person who is apathetic as all heck. He's not bored of life. He just doesn't care. He does not care. So he will be problematic if he has to be, but he's not going to bring up conversations. See, Jace he's in a very special predicament where he knows that he's attractive to people. He knows he doesn't have to try, and therefore he always gets the attention he wants. And he's not scared to say what's on his mind because he knows the next person will come along. And that's a very special thing for him, because that means that he can be as rude sometimes as he wants to be in that moment. He can also be very, very sweet. Bro, he's like a chill villain or something. Okay, so he's definitely. I'll put it in perspective. You can be like, oh my god, he has no friends, because sometimes he sits alone, and you know some people hate him. Some people are just, they stare at him from afar because he is very pretty. You know. So that's the thing, and then so you go up to him and you start being friends with him. You bond with him over a band or something, and you're like, oh my god, we're becoming good friends. Then all of a sudden, you know, he dates your best friend, and then dates her friend at the same time, and you're like, what? Why would you do that? And they're like, is it any of your business? He switches up on you like that. He's like, why are you in my business? Why does it matter to you? And he doesn't think that he did anything wrong, but he knows he probably hurt your feelings, and he does not care. And then you have to decide whether, like, do you still want to be friends with him? He didn't do anything to you, but at the same time, like, the way he responded to you was like eerie, creepy almost. So that's Jace. That's definitely Jace. At the same, like, see, he doesn't. He'll be dating somebody, and anyone in my life, total drama island character. Yeah. Like, he's like, I'm dating you, but that doesn't mean I can't date someone else. That's his vibe. he's like, you helped me, but you didn't have to help me. So that's really on you if you feel bad for helping me and then I did something wrong to you. Like, that's not my fault. You chose to help me. So, yeah. That's Jace. Here, I have to get my charger. So, I'm here. There's no way you accidentally made Chill Guy. Did I? Does Chill Guy wear green pants? Green cargo pants? I think it's the skin tone. I think it's the skin tone that's making him look like Chill Guy. Hold on, you guys. Well, I want him to give the impression that, like, it's like he does not have to care. Like, you know? It's not so, like I said, it's not so much that he's chill. It's more so that he's just apathetic. Okay. Along with the characters that, like, you know, I have characters that are siblings, that are relatives, that have grown up together, and some that haven't. Apathetic guy. Yeah, he's apathetic guy. That have grown up together, that haven't, you know. So moving on, this is Argo. So Argo is Danny's older sister. So yeah, so Danny's like 11 to 14. Argo is like anywhere from 18 to 24. I want to keep her like in the younger range so she has a little bit more time to develop. I think I will be the next this will be the next popular fandom. Aww. Thank you. So you can kind of see a similarity. So Danny definitely gets inspiration from her sister, in the way she dresses. But she doesn't really, but it's very influenced with what's popular and where she is in life, right? So instead of wearing yoga pants, she wears cargo pants. She definitely has like, I like cool bands aesthetic. Ask me about them so that I can tell you how much you don't know about them. Whereas Argo is already in that state's like, I know you don't know the bands that I like, and probably says to people when they say like, oh, who's your favorite bands? Like, oh, you wouldn't know them, like that. But it's not, she doesn't want people to ask her about it. She just kind of wants to move on. She likes to do advocate work. So she joins a lot of clubs and she just likes to be part of a team. But that's about as much social interaction as she likes. Because when she gets into an argument where she gets really passionate about what she's talking about, she tends to get too emotional, and she knows that she gets too emotional, so she tries not to get into arguments. She's like, she sees something getting into like something really heated, and she's like, I'm not talking about this anymore. Please stop talking to me about it. Thank you. I know myself, and I know I can't handle this, so I'm going to exit the conversation. That's her vibe. So she's not the best person to bring to a debate, but she is the best person to call if you need volunteers for an event, because she will show up. She's very reliable. Where's the cameras? How did you get me to 4 different people? Oh my god. That's awesome. They're an underground artist. No, they're not an artist. They want to help people at all times. They also struggle with like the idea of like they want to be like somebody who helps other people. So like an agent or something for like a music group. They want to be like a manager for a band. They want to schedule things. They want to schedule charity shows and make things help the better with art. She doesn't want to be a part of art itself. When she was in high school, she did tech. She did not want to be part of the show. She wanted to be the foundation of the show. She wanted to do lighting, sound, and design the backgrounds. That's what she is. That's what she loves. She loves how it makes things come together without people knowing. She wants to be the thing that she wants to be the line work. You know how they say in art, line work does all the work, color takes all the credit. She wants to be the line work. She doesn't want the credit. She just wants to know she did something good. Yeah, they do have flaws because when you look at Argo at first hand, she's like, oh my God, she's so humble. She's so this, she's so that. That also puts her into trouble because it means that like she does not want to be in the limelight so much that she will go out of her way to stay out of situations. So if somebody starts arguing with you, she's not going to always back you up. She might like start to back you up, but if it gets too intense, she's going to be like, let's leave the situation. And somebody else might be like, no, we got to stay. We got to stand up for this. And she's like, it might be a dangerous situation. We should really leave. Come on. And then, you know, the friend's like, why are you doing this? And then Argo's like, I have to go. I'm sorry. 5 books plus a movie. Elf friend. I don't think she's an elf friend because at the same time, you know, she's the person who, if you tell her you're sick, she will drive 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, grab you your favorite drink, take it to your workplace. If you tell her, I'm scared to go home by myself, she will drive to your job at 11 o'clock at night and wait for you to get out of work. If you text her drunk, she's gonna check your location, drive to the club that you're at, and make sure she picks you up so you don't get into a car accident. She's a real one. They all can be real ones. That's the thing. It's like you have to choose your flaw. Both of these characters, they grew up in the same household. Danny and Argo. So they have very similar personalities. Obviously, Danny is very heavily influenced by Argo. She doesn't want to be in problematic situations. She doesn't like having that thought that somebody could possibly, you know, turn on her in the future. So she doesn't want to be into bad situations. But Argo, she doesn't care about being in bad relationships. She doesn't care about hurting feelings per se. She just doesn't want to be in danger. She doesn't want it to affect the rest of her life, if that makes sense. So she cares about her life. She cares about other people liking her and it affecting her life in that kind of way, but she doesn't really see the bigger picture yet. Lola just wants to do whatever she wants because she wants to have fun. She wants to make her life fun. And Jace is just like there. He's just flowing. But he also is just like, I'm not going to go out of my way to do stuff. But if stuff comes to me, it's like, whatever. Yeah. Jace is chilling. I want him to come off as that chill person. So when he backslaps you so hard with his personality switch, you're like, you cry in your car for an hour. Because you thought that your friendship was a good one. And all of a sudden it's like it was never real. Another thing that's going to happen with my show is I'm going to nail the heck out of my adult characters. I don't care. Everyone says like, "Oh, you have to make people that are relatable." Being an adult should be relatable to everyone. I want if your family members are there and they're older, they're your uncles, your aunts, your older brother who's in his 30s or something. I want them to be able to like see the show in the corner of their eyes and be like, "Oh, snap. I'm actually watching this with you." I'm not like on my phone. I want them to feel seen and the interactions to be very realistic. Sometimes in relationships and in family relationships, no one says sorry. And sometimes that's okay. Nothing has to be so much of a, like, what's it called? How do I put it? Nobody has to be so right and so, like, perfect to be like, I understand your emotions. I was in the wrong. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and sometimes that's part of your culture. You don't have to change your whole culture to be, to be perfect, because it won't be. Sometimes sometimes you guys you and your mom or your dad or your uncle have an argument, and then they just text you 3 hours later after you're like, you give them the cold shoulder for 3 hours, and they say, do you want to go get food? And you're like, no. And sometimes they say, why are you even mad? Why are you so sensitive? And then 3 weeks later you forget what you guys were even mad about, and you guys are back to normal. Actually, love the fact that you want them to stand out and not be so bland, like rude or problematic. All rude and problematic. I think in life the most beautiful thing is the balance between that. The balance between being human and being graceful in certain parts of your life, and then also being very selfish. I always tell people, and sometimes it rubs people the wrong way. That's my character flaw. That I definitely speak my mind. No matter what that sometimes that means that people don't like me. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's my character flaw, and I'm okay with that. I tell people, like, once you accept that you are greedy or selfish or whatever, to a certain extent, everybody is greedy and selfish to a certain extent, life is going to be so much easier for you, because you're going to be more aware of like, when you do stuff, you might think like, oh, I'm doing this for this, I'm doing this for that. I'm like, are you? Or are you doing it because you like it? Because it affects your life? Because it's what you value? Everyone is different, but the same in a good way. Yeah, exactly. And I also want to give, like, this is, oh my god, somebody just slammed the door. Zaza, stop. I also want to give this perspective because I feel like there's so much cutoff culture. If you guys, like, understand what that means, like, like, cutoff culture is like, like, oh, you wronged me, instant cutout. I just cut people left and right. I don't care if you disrespect me. Bye. I'm leaving you for. Then that really stops you from creating authentic, real relationships with problems and, breakthroughs and deep emotion and loyalty to a certain extent, right? This is my girl Za. I love her, but I can't give her attention right now, because if I give her attention, she will climb onto this laptop and delete all my files with her paws. So we're not doing that today. Also, here's a close-up of Jace, just so you guys can see, like, when he looks into your eyes. This is a close-up of Jace. So Jace definitely looks at you with, like, very, I understand you eyes, but really he's thinking, I got them in the palm of my hand. That's a close-up of Jace for you. Light skin stare. Oh my god, no, don't oh my god. No, not that. The fact that I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my god. Oh, here are some of my side characters also. I haven't posted them on my community. I really should. But here are some of my side characters. Sorry, hold on. Oh, sorry, that's a little animation I'm doing. Where is it? Oh, dang it. I think I don't think it's out right now. I think I closed it out. Hold on. I don't know why I'm doing this. I literally have my Oh, here it is. It was like the first one I had out too. That's so funny. Okay, these are some of my other characters. I haven't named him yet. I'm thinking something like Alex, or like Alec with a C at the end, or maybe like Damien. Anyways, so he has autism, and one of the biggest things I want to show in my I want to have in my show is I want to have disabled people in real with real personalities. I don't want them to either be somebody with like very like small amounts of autism. I mean, there can be people that have very like easygoing on the spectrum, functional, high functioning autism, but I want there to be real representation of situations that people have with disabilities. I want that. I want to show like sometimes when you have autism, it affects your physical development. It affects the clothes you wear. It affects how your neck looks. It affects your limbs. Yeah, we all do. We all have them, and you know that I want everyone to be seen. Sometimes people with autism, you know, they do stuff that people find unappealing, and that's, you know, it's fine that, you know, sometimes that happens, and sometimes people are mean, and sometimes people are nice. And I want to show both of those sides. I want to show real interactions. I want to show, you know, sometimes people with autism or people with disabilities, they have balls of energy and they can't control it, and they have to have like a rubber band or a string or something to have in their hands when they have this energy to just kind of play with to get the energy out. And sometimes it can be off-putting to see that in public to other people. Sometimes they just don't understand. They've never seen it before. They don't know what to think. Those are situations that happen. This is Monty. He had to have a name. He is that person that he's connected with everyone. He can get you a job. He can get you an interview. He can get you in touch with somebody who can give you the newest pair of shoes. But if you cross him, he will laugh and spit in your face. So, you know, it's like, do you want that? Do you want to have somebody who can get you opportunities? But at the end of the day, like, if he asks you for something, you got to be ready for it, type of vibe. My best friends can just but he always has to be doing something like leg shaking, playing with pencils. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so that's Monty. This is Codes. I haven't decided if it's gonna be short for something. I want it to be short for Coda, but it's Code CODEZ. So code with a Z at the end. And he hangs out with Monty, but he's kind of like, he tries to just be very chill when he's around Monty, not be problematic because he knows how he is. He doesn't really tell him anything if he thinks that Monty's in the wrong, because obviously Monty will say something back to him or do something that he just, you know, whatever. But he is Codes is a nice guy at the end of the day. He's not going to go out of his way to just help random people on the street. But, you know, like if he sees something over and over again, he is going to try to fix the situation in his own way. Especially if it affects the people around him. Yeah. Now, this is MJ, short for Mijin. Okay? This is MJ. Redheaded girl. Hear me out. Hold on. Oh, well, you could let me tell you her story, and then you can tell me whatever you want. This is Mijin, short for MJ. She's definitely your ABG, okay? Asian baby girl, Asian bad girl, whatever you want to say. She speaks her mind. She is Code's girlfriend. All right, she's Code's girlfriend. She is an advocate, but she is one of those advocates that's like, it's like she'll tell somebody, you know, you want to donate. I know you bought 20 Twinkies last week, and there's so much chance that you can afford to help somebody. Just do it. Stop being whack, please. If she sees something wrong, if she sees somebody getting made fun of, she's gonna be like, she'll say something nice, but sometimes it'll come off a little bit mean still. She'll be like, hey, don't make fun of him for having a big butt, all right? He can't control his big butt. Now, you can control that nasty mouth of yours. Go wash it out with some soap, because I swear I can smell it from over here. That's her vibe. She's not gonna tell you. She's gonna be very upfront with you, but she is gonna be like your biggest protector. Anther name to the list. Anther? Okay, I'll add that name to my list, see if anybody fits them. What do you mean by that, bro? Yeah. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, don't worry. It's a joke about... I'm always simping for random characters. Me too. I simp for a lot of my characters at the beginning. Then I create their lore, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm simping for them anymore. She definitely does hip hop classes on the weekends. She doesn't by herself. She does not invite her friends. It's kind of her time to be with herself. But yeah. And I want to create like these overlapping lines where, like, you know, there are situations where MJ is not necessarily friends with Danny, but she ends up knowing Danny because she does junior volunteering and ends up meeting Argo. And then Argo's like, oh, you go to school with my sister. Boom, connection. I like that dude in the green. I do too. I really want to play around with skin tones. I feel like there's not a lot of dark skin tone, like really, really dark skin tone cartoons. I feel like it's because a lot of dark cartoons have like black line art, and it doesn't really transfer well with the background. But I feel like if that's really a problem, you really should just change your backgrounds with the character in play. You should work with lighting. You should, you know, do all that kind of stuff. I really, really think that this skin tone that Codes has is very, very nice, and I like it a lot. It shows a lot of contrast with his clothing style. At the end of the day, Codes is just a guy that likes to watch anime, and he just wants to get through life. He doesn't have very deep problems because he makes his life not have deep problems. He tries not to get involved. But if he sees somebody getting made fun of and he sees them by themselves, he's going to go up to them. He'll be like, man, you got to take care of yourself. Ain't nobody going to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself. He's going to be like, get out of here. Get out of here. And then when you leave, he's going to say something in your favor. He's going to say something to back you up when you're gone. He doesn't want you to know that he's backing you up, because then he'll be responsible for doing it later. He doesn't want you to get any ideas that he's your best friend or anything like that. I would say Codes is more of a chill guy than Jace. Codes is definitely more of a chill guy than Jace. Please just leave me alone. Yeah, he listens to Adventure Time soundtracks in his like free time. He listens to Adventure Time soundtrack in his free time. Yeah, I know. This character is the this character is heavily influenced by one of my friends in high school and my brother. I mixed the two personalities together, and I created codes. And I love codes for that same reason. Everyone is going to him. Yeah. Codes is gonna end. I don't. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm not gonna ruin it. Oh my god. I want to talk about his episode. I want to talk about Codes. Code. Okay. The episode. I'll tell you the name. It's gonna be called Codes Crash. Because I wanted to play on with his name. So it's like his crash is like, mental crash, whatever you want to think. So that I stop myself, I'll just tell you guys about his relationship with his girlfriend. So Kozer's relationship with his girlfriend is like he will do anything for her because he really respects who she is, right? So he's not gonna do stuff that he thinks is like, he's like, oh, well, maybe I should do this, or like somebody should help him. I'm not gonna be the one, but somebody should help him. But if his girlfriend's like, how dare you? How dare you allow that to happen? Your friend is a big butthead. Your friend is a big butt face. You can't let that happen while you're around. If I ever see you disrespecting somebody like that, I swear, like this is over, type of girl. So like if she says that stuff, Codes is gonna listen. Codes is gonna be like, he's gonna sigh. He's gonna be like, he's gonna mumble, grumble, whatever you want to call it. He's gonna be like. But at the end of the day, he's going to make her proud. He's going to make her proud to be his girlfriend, right? So that's it. Why am I so attracted? He's going to crash out. No car crash. I'm not going to do that to you guys, at least not right now. Codes crash means like kind of like when your computer crashes, right? So code and then computer crash type of vibe. Like he has a mental dilemma crash. Good boy relationship. He's more like he's a pit bull relationship. So people think he's scary because he's tall and he kind of is like standoffish. He highly respects the person that he cares about, and he's actually he's not super sweet. But he'll joke around with you when you guys get to know each other. He'll just kind of be very just there. Pitbull x Chihuahua. Yes, very much so. She's very much a Pitbull x Chihuahua relationship. Oh my god. Codes x MJ. Also, Codes and MJ. Like when you hear that, you're like, oh my god, that is the power relationship. Codes and MJ. I can't. When I hear it, I'm like, oh my god, I love this relationship couple. Bro's owned. No, bro knows what he got. And he ain't trying to lose it. That's him. Oh, okay. So back to edit. I have to do this every single chance I get. I think about my characters because it keeps me going when I have to do animation like this, where I have to redraw and redraw and redraw. So I'll take you kind of through like the backstory. So this is Argo's door. This is the bottom of Argo's bed. You can see like wired headphones, trash, shoes under her bed. You can see her side bag, books on the floor. Their ship name, I haven't created it. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about it when I said it, and I have not created it yet. And then after that, you can see her room. So her room is very minimalistic. She likes to just tape, and it's not done yet, but she likes to tape pictures onto her wall with like scotch tape and like washi tape and stuff. But she doesn't like make it aesthetic. She's just like, a new picture, boom, stuck on the wall. If it falls behind my bed, so be it. She's not gonna retape it constantly unless she really, really cares about that person. She hangs her clothes on like the headboard. And then she has like one of those like really loud AC units that you stick in the window. She doesn't have their house does not have central air conditioning. So they have to use those big giant things that like blow like dusty air into the, but it makes it cold. It definitely makes it cold. Okay, bye. I stream every day, twice a day, so you'll catch me here probably later today, if anything. Okay. Get into the headspace of animating again. Okay, so this one should be relatively easy because I'm just basically like redrawing at this point for this one. So I'm just like, I'm gonna give it a little bit of difference. Just a little bit. If you guys have any questions about my characters, please let me know. I'll be posting the photos of my characters in the community today. So if you guys do want to do fan art, feel free. Just make sure you tag me. And I haven't settled on a name for the show. That's the biggest thing that I've been having trouble with. I have a name in mind. I don't know if people are going to resonate with it. I kind of want to do it anyways because why the heck not? It's my show. But at the same time, I don't want to like smack myself in the foot, so to speak. Okay. Ah, no. I'm thinking of making the name All Things Queer because it's like I really love play on words. I love using older language and kind of giving it like redefining its meaning, especially like words that have been changed over time. Like when you think of queer now, you think of things that revolve around sexual orientation or gender identity, which is something that I wanted to have double meanings, right? So I wanted to originally when I was thinking about the name, I was thinking like, oh, like it could mean that in the show, but it could also mean things that just people find weird, people that are like, why are you doing that? Like if I don't know if anybody still grows up with this situation, but when I was growing up, a lot of people would, they would say, obviously this was not a good thing, but I kind of want to take it back. Even the way that they say it, I want to take it back. When people say like, oh, well, that's kind of queer. That's kind of weird. Like that's not, that's weird. And people would say that when I was growing up, and I was like, is that a bad thing? A query is a question. You're questioning things. You're questioning life. You're questioning who you are. I'm the brain rotted one. Why so curious? Exactly. Why so curious? I want to take it back. I also was thinking, like, when I was making the show, I was like, I want to have a Reddit eventually about the show where people can talk about their favorite characters, about why they think like certain characters should have done something else, and discussions about the show. And I was thinking, I was like, what's a good name that like would transfer to that? So I was like, maybe like if I do All Things Queer, like it could mean like they could be like ATQ, the ATQ chat, the ATQ Reddit, whatever, things like that. Another name that I have for the show is called Sick Sad. It is inspired by obviously you can see it on one of the things. I'm already kind of messing around with the idea of like having that be the name for the show. Six Sad it's inspired by a cartoon that I used to watch from the 90s. It wasn't the name of any of the shows, but it was a name. It was partly inspired by the name of a fictional show in that show. So a show within the show. And I was like, why isn't this a show already? I'm so mad. I want to watch it. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I could make it happen. If it's not real, I can make it real. So I just, I was like, it was heavily inspired by that. By the 90s fictional show. Jace Supremacy. No, not Jace Supremacy. I actually don't really like Jace. I don't like Jace. My favorite characters are Argo, and Danny, and Codes, MJ, Argo, and Danny. Those are my favorite characters, at least right now. I want to start doing the in my live streams. I also want to have I want to do the redraws of some of my adult characters. So like some of the dads, some of the teachers, some of like the boss, Argo's boss. Argo has a boss that is a reoccurring side character who he also has, his own episode. Another reason I want to have a Reddit is because like I said, I want this to be as realistic as possible. So I want to have like sessions where I do focus groups of people of different races, different cultures, different backgrounds, different classes, social classes or whatever, or even financial classes. And I want to ask them, like, what do you think is more realistic? What do you think is something that people in your community do not talk about? And you want to see it represented. You want to bring it to light. You want people to understand things that nobody talks about. Fine, I'll do it myself. He definitely would do that. He's the type that would be like, he'd be like, can you get me the remote? And the remote's like right next to him. Like, he's trying to be silly, but he's also trying to test how much he can get away with. Low taper fade. You know what's crazy? A lot of people are still talking about low taper. What is that? What is a low taper fade? I'm sorry. I am old. That's a hairstyle, right? It's a hairstyle, right? Or am I wrong? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay, I don't have boy hairstyle. I don't draw a lot of guys, okay? I'm sorry. That's why my characters look so pretty. So my characters look so pretty. Okay, so the only thing that's really gonna change from this scene, obviously, is just oh my god, somebody's dog is barking. Is just the hand shape. So we're gonna kind of make the hand extend out. So it is gonna kind of be off the page a little bit, but it's gonna help with kind of like how we see the hand shapes. If you guys have ever watched this show Brace Face, my hand, the way I draw hands for my real cartoon, like my actual cartoon style, is very much like Brace Face hands. Brace Face hands. Look them up. They are kind of blocky, but I think it reminds you that you're in a cartoon, and I want people to know that they're watching a cartoon. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. bring out the thumb. Bring it out just a little bit. Another show I really like, I feel like a lot of people watch it, but I don't know if like the age group that watches my live streams watches it, is Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers. Oh my god, I love Bob's Burgers. It's one of my favorite shows. Favorite modern shows right now. Okay. Good. Now we're just gonna... No! Not doing that. We're gonna just block in the fingers. And... Ew, that's so ugly. That's so ugly! Okay. Bring in like that. I'm so glad that this is just a rough, because I can kind of mess around and like not really be too much. I'm a perfectionist, so like the fact that like I have to roughly draw stuff sometimes makes me so anxious. Because I also get lazy sometimes. Oh my god, my stomach's growling, you guys. I should probably go in a little bit to go eat breakfast, because my stomach, when it growls, it gets so loud. Like it'll start off with like a low growl, like how it is right now, where you can barely hear it, and then it'll sound like a dying whale or something. TMI. I'm so sorry that you guys had to hear that. Sometimes I don't really understand, like, some of the things that I say are like kind of weird, and then I am like, huh, that could be weird if I said that. I already said it though, so oh well. Okay. We're getting somewhere with the hands. A little bit. A little tiny, itsy bitsy, teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. That's big. This is big. Like, drawing hands for me is not difficult, but it does take a little bit of time. There we go. And then we're just gonna erase this to make the middle finger longer. Cool. Okay, now we can color. We can color, yay! These are flats, so, oh, what? Oh my god. Where did I not paint? I missed a spot somewhere, but I don't know where. I think it's right here. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, let's check again. Nope, that wasn't it. I think we have to turn off the background color. Oh, there it is. I found you. I found you. Little line that I missed. Okay, I think that's it. Yay! Okay, awesome. Cool. Go back to this one. I might change the shirt color later. Oh my god, her hands are kind of huge right now. I kind of want to change her hand shape. Because what the heck? Why are they so big? Ew. Not that big hands are wrong. I was just like compared to her body, it's so weird to me to look at that. Why did I draw him like that? Okay, now I gotta do this one. This one I feel like is actually I did that one good. I did that one good. It was just this one for some reason. It's weird. Okay. Ah. Okay. We're doing the skin tone. My stomach is growling. I should go eat. Sometimes I have to tell myself stuff like multiple times before I do it. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. There we go. Cool. So we go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks good. Let's check out the hands up close. Okay, cool. I do want to have them extend a little bit more out, but that will be for the next one. I've been streaming for a long, long time. Oh, my AD. I saw whatever and then realized the consequences afterwards. My ADHD does stuff before thinking. I feel that. Think it was on the right shoulder. Oh my god, you knew it before I did. I should have just looked at the comments. What's wrong with me? Okay. Well, I have to go eat breakfast. If not, my stomach is gonna start endangering your ears. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will maybe we'll draw some more characters. We'll do some more redraws tonight, for the later stream. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas of characters that you feel like are more like people in your life that have not been accurately represented, the good, the bad, the crazy, the calm, situations that you guys feel like don't get talked about enough, send me a DM on Instagram or even comment it on one of my videos, if you feel comfortable doing that, or one of my community posts, and I will try my best to accurately represent that, do my research, and obviously always take you guys into consideration. You guys are who I am trying to help with my characters and kind of build a foundation as far as like seeing what you go through on a daily basis. So if you guys want to see more cartoons faster, the best thing you can do is watch my videos and comment and like and subscribe. The more support I get from you guys that way, I don't need anything else. The longer I can do cartoons for. Right now I have a day job, so I just do this on the side. But the more time I can spend doing cartoons for you guys, the happier I'll be, at least. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you later today. Bye. Oh my god, you guys saw my art wall? Check it. Isn't it so pretty? Bye, you guys.